Hi, this is Guy with Cowan Head again, with another review of a Moonlight episode, this time hopefully on Friday instead of Saturday, because it takes the rest of the day for the video to upload, despite it not even being that long to upload, because it took that long for things to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to record enough earlier, but I don't yet know when I'll be blogging about Survivor, unless Survivor China, I should say, in my Survivor blog. Should I blog that? I don't know. I figure the blog's more likely to get views than the YouTube channel is. I mean, it should have been hopeful to get 2 comments pretty quickly on the last video, but they were both spam, so and then whoever I thought was interested might have been a bot, and because the view count still says 0 for some reason. I don't know why a view that's not mine wouldn't register. Anyways, Moonlight episode 14, I think. The one is called Click. It also has a similar name to that one Adam Sandler dramedy, kind of strange and stuff. I don't know if I'll review the movie Click or not. I have seen it though. And I realized in watching this that, as usual, I'm bad at doing certain recaps. I mean, a lot of my blogs have this problem. Specifically the one about elementary, where I'm trying to recall what happened with stuff like, here's this suspect, but I don't know the names at one point, in at least one post, maybe one I just referred to interviewee number 1 and then whatever, and because someone in the episode is going to be the killer or person, and I'll just say in this episode there was a murder, but for some reason I couldn't catch who the killer was exactly, what importance they were, not even their name, just a man who was told to sink a movie. Because it starts with Nick. For some reason he's a bodyguard, and he's typically a private investigator, and this is a celebrity named Tyranny. As usual, they have to make up a celebrity because they couldn't do a fictionalized version of someone for whatever reason. It's hard to know. Nick is hired to be the bodyguard of Tyranny that puts him in the spotlight, which of course worries Joseph. Only unlike his usual paranoia, Joseph is actually right that Nick is in serious danger of getting exposed as a vampire to the human world. Tyranny is at a boat party. Boats! Boats! Boats, boats, boats! Boats! Wait, what's this commercial about? Anyways, she's at a boat party. She's on a boat, so everybody look at the motherfucking boat. Wow, I'm not even talking about this episode, am I? Anyways, she's at a boat party and she winds up in the water. Mick jumps after her and she's dead. Hence the murder we talked about earlier. Because Gil Moreau reveals that she was dead before she fell in the water. And some people think this was suicide, and Beth is having issues and friction at Buzzwire, which I incorrectly called BuzzFeed in the last episode, because maybe there's some similarities here. Also, what are your general thoughts on BuzzFeed? Good, bad, indifferent? Don't even know what it is? Maybe you've read it, maybe you just skim it, don't care much. Maybe I forget, is it one of the dumb quizzes sites? 'Cause I used to do the dumb quizzes that come up on Facebook, and I call them dumb quizzes. It's like, that's what I realized. They were just dumb, because there was the, whatever character are you? And then it's like, no, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to waste my time on that. Instead, I waste my time doing other things on Facebook. Getting into one political discussion at another, or doing YouTube reviews about a Moonlight episode while not talking about that episode as much. Because if you think I'm bad at rambling, you should read my Madam Secretary blog. I've probably written more about current events in that blog than I have about the episode in question. And I might have even done more posts, maybe not by now, but I certainly will, on various political things that have nothing to do with Madam Secretary than I have about the episode, the show in question. And yet it was my way of venting, and now the show's over, and I won't be able to talk about current events the way I did there, unless The Good Fight returns to TV, or I get it on DVD, because I'm not doing all access. Anyways, back to the episode. Tyranny was dead before she hit the water, and some people at Buzzwire want to write it off as a suicide or that she was drunk or something, but this is why Beth has friction with her new boss, who's like he's an asshole, really, is basically, I don't even remember this character's name, but he's just like, no, we'll just run with whatever, and we'll just print a retraction later. Do you not realize how embarrassing retractions are for things? And if you're like the National Enquirer, who tries to do whatever juicy stories on whatever stuff, it's like, you know you've lost all credibility. I wonder, the next anniversary of Kennedy's death, who they'll be saying the real killer was, and what bombshell evidence they have, and why anyone would believe it, and why it's never the same killer, and why it's always on the anniversary of his death, and yeah, and yet the National Enquirer could have actually ran a real story about Trump having sex with a porn star, but no, they don't actually do that. Because Trump inexplicably doesn't want something to run and something known for its lies. And people wouldn't have believed it then anyways. It wouldn't have even made legitimate news. Of course, politics and porn stars shouldn't mix, because you don't want to get such horrible, obvious smut full of such soul-degrading work associated with the porn industry, do you? Anyways, I'm not talking about this episode at all, am I? Anyways, Mick is in the public spotlight. Spotlight? I can't even talk straight. I need to go to bed, but not until I finish this video. Mick is in the public spotlight, and he notices two teenage paparazzi people, both of whom are vampires, and what all am I forgetting? I read the stuff. Oh yeah, Tyranny was associated with a movie, and the movie seemed to be cursed because bad stuff kept happening, and then the movie was insured and people got their money back, and basically her death canceled the movie, which actually isn't surprising. I don't even know how far in production it actually got, but they'll be surprised just how many movies might only exist because of the at least one person attached to it. Like in the blogs I do with the cast updates, the CSI Cyber, Elementary, Madam Secretary, Good Wife, some of those movies seem to only exist because of the at least one notable actor or actress in said movie. So this wouldn't be unheard of, but it seems like this movie might have been further along in it, but it doesn't matter because it's not a real film. And like I said, I can't even remember who killed Tyranny because it seems like the plot was spending time on more important things than the actual murder it was about. So yeah, it's confusing. That's the train clock in the background you might be hearing. I also don't know if you heard any rain earlier. There's been some rain. Now that the noise is done, because I don't want to cut it off incomplete because I'm OCD, gotta make things right. Make it the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's the song called My OCD. Maybe I'll include a link to that in this description. I hope I can cover everything. Anyways, let me just check the notes. Because I write poor recaps, and what I do write is still important, though. Okay, so Dean was a suspect, and he was a photographer who seemed to be harassing Tyranny earlier. And he gets photographs of Mick in essentially vampire mode, being hit with a car and just walking it off, because that's what vampires can do. Dean wants to threaten to expose Mick, and basically Beth talks to Joseph. Joseph says, Joseph gets the two teenage photographers to kill Dean. And Dean was not whoever the killer was, because I don't remember, because I suck at these reviews. And the photographs go to Tablet, which is what I'm calling the person from the previous episode who's like the new. He sort of like replaced what Josh did at the police precinct. So he's like an officer or someone. And Tablet, again, not his real name, he somehow gets the file on Mick. And what else? I think I'm missing something. Basically, Beth was with Mick. She wasn't Mick. She was with Mick when he was hit by the car, and she thought she was the target, and he was. And then Dean was able to communicate with Beth, and Beth was like, "Each day we die a little more, yo. Better act somebody." No, wait, that's Strong Side who said that. Don't know why I'd say that at a party. Basically, that is some of the things that go on. Maybe Dean arranged the trying to kill Mick thing. It's hard to say. And basically, Mick could be outed as a vampire. Beth and Mick did kiss a previous episode, and they might be dating, but they don't know. And Tyranny was kind of a crazy driver at the beginning, and I think that sums up this episode, because I hope you enjoyed it despite not even knowing who the killer was or his significance. Yeah, sorry this isn't my best review, but maybe you'll still like it nonetheless. See you next time. Sorry, hit paused.